Thank you for joining us during this short tutorial, the second in a 10-part Data 101 series. By the end of all 10 sessions, you will have a working knowledge of how to build an Excel template to collect and filter quality improvement intervention data. In this series, we will build a sample Excel template together that uses patient coaching for illustration purposes. However, Excel could be used in this way to collect data on other interventions as well. Depending on your level of Excel expertise, you may choose not to listen to all 10 sessions. If you are new to collecting data, a few other skills to learn that would highly complement this series would be the Plan, Do, Study, Act, or PDSA cycle, and SMART goals. By the end of session 2, you will be able to locate and open a saved worksheet, rename worksheets, select multiple cells, format font, and merge cells. To give you a preview, the skills covered will progressively build a tool like this. Let's get started. I'll navigate to the Patient Coaching 2014 file. Because I saved to the desktop location, the file can be easily accessed from right here on my desktop in the Patient Coaching folder. However, if I save a file in a location other than the desktop, it won't automatically be available from here. I can also find a file by right-clicking on the Windows icon here and left-clicking on Explorer. Let's open the file. In session 1, I created and named 3 worksheet tabs: Instructions, Entry, and Definitions. I've decided to move the Definitions worksheet by left-clicking, dragging, and dropping before the entry worksheet. I can also rename worksheets by double-clicking on the name, typing the new name, and hitting Enter on the keyboard. I can rename and move worksheets at any time. All contents within the worksheet will transfer when I move a worksheet within the file. Let's start on the Instructions tab. There are many ways to select multiple cells. Notice the area being highlighted as I left-click and drag my mouse over a selected area. By selecting multiple cells, I can apply commands to the entire area instead of repeating the same command for each cell individually. If I click on a row number, I am selecting the entire row. If I click on the column letter, it will select the entire column. Once the area is highlighted, release the mouse. If you don't want entire rows and columns to be selected, click your mouse in the cell area instead of on the row numbers and column letters. To apply a command to an entire worksheet, click the square in the upper left-hand corner here. To clear and make a new selection, left-click the mouse anywhere on the screen, and that will unhighlight the area that you had previously selected. I want everything in rows 1 and 2 to be bold, size 14 font, so I will click the Bold Command button and change the font size to 14. Now I can go back to cell A1 and type Instructions. And you will see that the text is bold and size 14 font. I'm going to combine cells A and B1 in one cell, so when I print, the word Instructions is easily visible. Combining cells in Excel is called merging. To merge A and B1, select both cells. Once they are selected, click the arrow to the right of the Merge and Center button on the Home tab and select Merge Cells. Notice how both cells now appear as one. For the instructions on the first tab, I would like to make a list of instructions in one merged area. I'll accomplish this by using the same merge cells command. It is important to note that it may be easier to place each instruction in its own cell versus in one merged area. However, this will allow you to observe how to navigate and edit within a cell. Select cells A3 through I-25 by clicking on cell A3. Pressing and holding the Shift key on the keyboard, and then clicking in cell I-25. This tells the system that I want A3 to be the top left-hand cell and I-25 to be the bottom right-hand cell, and select the area in between. Now that the area is selected, click the Merge Cells command, and notice the large box. I'll now save and close. We will start the next session by adding and editing the instructions to the box. This concludes session 2. The first link listed here will take you to the Microsoft training on Excel if you are in a version other than what we have used to demonstrate through the series. If you are interested in building on what you've learned today, be sure to look at the additional sessions in this Data 101 series. Also, remember that understanding PDSA and SMART goals will provide great foundational framework when you are in the phase of determining which data to collect. Thank you for viewing this video tutorial.